This is Wanted Down Under, the show that takes a British family and catapults them to the other side of the world in search of the good life. Today we're following Adam and Ruth Fox, a newly married couple from Yorkshire. They hope Australia will give them the jobs of their dreams and allow them to upgrade their lifestyle ready for children. Adam's an electrician and his skills are in demand. Ruth's currently temping, but dreams of using her marine biology degree to find her ideal job.
There's no way I'll get work here, I know that, so we have to give it a chance.
They have high expectations of the property they could afford.
It would take us a long time to get a 4-bed here, but ideally we'd like to buy as big a property as we can for a family home.
We're giving them just 1 week to put their emigration dreams to the test and see if life in Oz could fulfil their expectations.
Hate it.
Yeah, I'm not moving away from England for these days.
What if the grass isn't greener on the other side of the world?
There's nothing wrong with our lives in England, so if it wasn't any better here, then there's no point.
Will Ruth and Adam decide to stay in the UK or follow their dreams where they're wanted down under? If you're under 45 and have a skill that's in demand, you could be fast-tracked to a new life in Australia. Last year, over 40,000 Brits took advantage of new Aussie immigration rules to make a fresh start. But how carefully have they thought about the big decision? We've given 15 British families the chance to try out a dream life on the other side of the world. They'll have just 1 week to find out everything they need to know before they make the biggest decision of their lives. So, will they vote to stay in the UK or move to Australia? It's a huge decision for electrician Adam Fox and his wife Ruth. Concerns over work and money weigh heavily, and they're desperate to find out if their dreams can come true in Australia. Ruth's been frustrated in the UK workplace and hopes she'll find her perfect job as a marine biologist.
I did my Masters in Oceanography at Southampton University, and from there I struggled to get work. So I went to Australia as sort of a last-ditch effort to find paid work.
They met travelling in Oz, so it holds a special place in their hearts. But will real life down under be all they hope for?
It's definitely a concern that we are looking at it through rose-tinted glasses, that when we were there before, although we were working, we were really on holiday.
It's going to be a lot hard, but I think it's worth giving it a go. I mean, we're still only young.
As the main visa applicant, the pressure falls on Adam to find a job with a good wage to provide for their future.
We are thinking about having kids, and obviously we'll get work going, so I need a job that can pay for that as well.
They want to improve their lifestyle, but the decision isn't easy.
I'm leaving behind a lot of family.
They all live within 15 minutes of here. All of his friends and all of his family, they're all that close.
Ruth dreams of a life in Oz, but is already having nightmares about leaving her father behind.
My biggest concern is my dad. He had major surgery this year. If he gets worse, then he won't be able to travel either, so he won't even be able to come and visit. He's definitely a big concern.
To help them weigh up the huge decision they've got to make, we've set up 3 lifestyles around Cairns. In the countryside, in the city, and by the coast. Once they've chosen, Adam and Ruth will have 1 week to make the biggest decision of their lives. Will they find the future they want in Australia? I invited Ruth and Adam to meet me in London to see which lifestyle option they went for and how they got on in Australia. Adam and Ruth, welcome. Now, you're both thinking about emigrating to Australia. I suppose I have to ask why?
We met
We
in
met
Australia
there.
travelling.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a bit of a love thing that goes on for you.
Little love story.
Did one of you want to go more than the other?
Because I'm a marine biologist, I've always known I wanted to live abroad. I never knew where until I went to Australia and really felt at home there, and yeah, I've been sort of itching to get back there ever since.
Well, we gave you 3 lifestyle choices with jobs attached. Don't tell me now which one you chose, but let's have a look. And I think the first one is country. So there you go.
Cute one.
Our first option is in Redlinch, nestled in a valley on the edge of Barron Gorge National Park and surrounded by lush hilly fields. It offers the balance of a calm and healthy lifestyle. Here, you'd be test riding a day at work with Cairns City Council, as Gary Schofield explains.
G'day Adam, how are you? Welcome to Cairns City Council. This could be part of where you work. The council's got many facilities where electricians could fit in very, very well. 5 weeks annual leave, that's recreation leave, sick pay of course, and then a 9-day fortnight, and then lifestyle on top of that. Lifestyle, lifestyle, lifestyle.
Redlinch is characterised by detached houses on larger than average blocks. £180,000 gets you this spacious 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, along with a spa and pool. Redlinch is an up-and-coming outer village of Cairns that's popular with families, great for those wanting to start their own.
Adam, doesn't get any better than this.
Do you ever imagine yourself living in the countryside?
Not really.
We're not really country people, are we?
I like to be close to the beach. I like the house.
Yeah.
The house is nice.
You want your pool, don't you?
Oh yeah, I want my pool.
Yeah.
Well, how about we look at the city one next? Option 2 offers life in Cairns itself, one of the safest tropical cities in the world. Here you'd be trying work at Sunrise Electrics for size. Dave Fry tells us more.
We're an electrical contracting business. We're family run. My mother works here. My brother is a partner. We do a lot of trips down to Kowanyama. The boys work about 50 hours a week and they have half a day Saturday and Sunday off to go camping and fishing.
If you pick this option, you could live in Mount Sheridan, a new residential suburb. £140,000 will buy you this stylish 3-bedroom open-plan house only 15 minutes from the beach.
Right, Adam, if you choose to come to Cairns and work for Sunrise Electrics, we're sure you'll have a great life, a great family life, and it is a great place to raise your kids and have a good time.
What about the city?
I love the city. It's a job that I'm really interested and nervous about. And that being a family business and working away now and again with the boys, that sounds
That
good.
appeals.
Yeah, it does sound
Especially when the little ones come along. You'd love to work away,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah. For maybe 18 years.
Well, for the marine biologists in the room, let's move to the coast.
Okay.
Option 3 offers the coast lifestyle in Kawara Beach. Cairns has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world and the cleanest in Australia. There's a job for Adam at O'Grady Homes. Rosalind Smith shows us more.
Adam, if you were to come to North Queensland, we are desperately short of good tradesmen at the moment, especially electricians.
Kawara Beach is a stone's throw from the seafront and a beautiful coastline. For £185,000, you could own this 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in a bustling residential area.
So Adam, if you come to Cairns in North Queensland and come and work for our company, you can work on projects like this, you can have a wonderful lifestyle. So please, please come and see us.
Wow, she's desperate for you, Adam. She needs you.
I love my race here.
When you pictured yourself living and working somewhere beautiful, was that kind of what you would see?
Yeah.
We showed them 3 great offers, but they could only choose one. Did they pick the country life in Redlinch, city living in Cairns, or the beach lifestyle? So am I to assume you chose the coast?
We went for the city.
Oh, right. OK. And was that agreed between the two of you?
Yeah, we went with Adam's job because at the end of the day the coast is right that far from the city, so we had to go with the work option first.
And that's the one appealed to you most?
Yeah, the Sunrise Electrics looks good laugh, good lads.
OK, well, let's see how you got on. Our couple have chosen the city lifestyle in Mount Sheridan for their trial week. But will the experience be good enough to persuade them to make a permanent move? After 24 hours on the flight to Australia, Adam and Ruth touched down at Cairns Airport, tired but excited about the week ahead. They're anxious to see what Cairns could offer them and are determined to find out if they can afford a better life here. The apartment they're staying in costs about £480 a week and has everything they'll need. 2 bedrooms with an open-plan kitchen and living space and use of a shared pool. They're impressed with the view from the 5th floor, but does the apartment meet their high standards?
Oh, look at this roof there.
We might have to sleep in here. It's got a TV in the bedroom.
Oh, another balcony. This is a better view. We'll take it. I could live here.
We'll have one.
It's perfect for them and they settle in quickly after the long flight.
Please.
Happy? Oh, look, you can see it.
You can see the boats
You can see the boats coming in.
Dead central.
Dead central.
There are loads of jobs around here for me.
Yep. You can get to work straight away, honey.
Give him a break, you've only just arrived, but views like that don't come cheap. Life doesn't seem so bad when you're paddling in a pool, but doubts soon begin to rise to the surface.
If it doesn't work out, I don't think I'm going to like it in Cairns job-wise. I'm going to have to rethink plans.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with our lives in England. So if it wasn't any better here, then there's no point. There would be no advantage to moving.
Back in West Yorkshire, Ruth and Adam live in a Victorian 2-bedroom end-of-terrace cottage, but they want to upgrade before starting a family. It's worth £120,000 and with a mortgage they're hoping to have £175,000 or around $400,000 to spend in Oz. They dream of a 4-bedroom new build with open-plan living area and enough outside space for a pool. But could their budget stretch to this? Their first stop is in Redlinch, a quiet, peaceful, developing suburb only 15 minutes from the city centre. Angela Capitanio shows them around.
Hi Adam, nice to meet you.
Hi Ruth.
Hi Ruth.
Nice to meet you.
I just can't see myself affording a place like this.
And great views as well, really great views of all the hills and...
Yeah, Redlinch has got beautiful mountain views.
Doesn't it?
Looks a very up-and-coming area.
Yeah, surrounded by the mountains.
Yeah. Is there any schools nearby?
Yes, it's great for schools. All the infrastructure's been set in Redlinch. It's a growing area of Cairns, and there's a big shopping centre as well that you can walk to.
So it's perfect then,
yeah? Perfect.
They say first impressions are what counts, and Adam seems to have taken a shine to property number 1. It's a new build on a huge plot with enough room for a pool. It has a large open-plan living area and 4 spacious bedrooms.
It's a lovely big block of land.
Oh, isn't it?
It's massive.
Lovely big garden. Pool and spa would fit in there, wouldn't it?
I'm in shock. Lost for words.
The outside has impressed. What about the inside?
It's a beautiful kitchen. That's like my dream kitchen.
It's a
I
little
love
bit
those.
bigger than ours at home.
Just a little bit. Like 4 times the size. Got my gas hob, my oven.
So do you think you could cook in this kitchen then?
I could cook in this kitchen without you getting in my way.
Ruth loves the kitchen and it feels like the house has been designed with them in mind.
This could be my football room. Watch the Premier League. Big plasma TV.
You can lock yourself in.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Or lock you in.
They like it, but is there enough room for some fox cubs?
Great kids' room. They're all big enough for double beds, aren't they?
Ruth's already planning for the future, and the master bedroom's impressive too, with access to the garden.
That's nice, isn't it? I'll be able to fit our king-size bed in. It opens out onto the garden. That's lovely, isn't it?
Will the ensuite sweeten the deal?
Oh wow, look! Not just a double shower. Double showers. This is the nicest bathroom.
I'm going to have to work a lot of hours. I need a house like this now.
I just think how much this costs.
That's every box ticked, but Adam's being a realist.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go on, give us the bad news. How much is the property?
Totally finished as you see it, with all the curtains, the blinds, the air conditioning, $540,000.
At £220,000, it's a good price, but some way over their budget.
You'd never get anything like this for
No,
that kind of money.
Definitely not. I'll have to do a lot of overtime now.
A lot of overtime.
This is an amazing upgrade. It's
Yeah, totally.
a
This
lot
is dream
bigger
house.
upgrade than I expected.
This is dream house territory.
The price is a shock, but they've really fallen for the place and need to do their sums. It has everything they want and has set the standard. Can the other houses match this?
Nice estate again.
Nice estate, isn't it?
Really nice.
Property 2 also has 4 bedrooms and a large living area, 2 bathrooms and a stunning pool. It's in the desirable Clifton Beach area. The plot's smaller, but the finish is impressive, and it's only a hop, skip and a jump from the beach. It's on at $460,000 or £195,000, only just above their limit.
The thing about this one is we won't have to look into getting a pool.
No, it's already done.
It's all done for us.
Around
But it's big
cut.
enough, definitely big enough.
Oh, it's definitely big enough, isn't it? Look,
Yeah.
it's really deep, this end.
The pools whet their appetite, but it's what's on the inside that counts.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Wow. it's really nice, isn't it?
It's really nice.
I wasn't expecting this from the front of the house. I didn't think it would be so big. What do you think of this kitchen then?
I love the colours.
Yeah, it's really nice colour.
The living space would suit them perfectly, and with bedrooms to spare, they'd have plenty of room to put up the rays.
But this is easily a double guest room, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is a really nice room.
And this is our bedroom.
This is a nice one. Oh, it's massive. It's really big, isn't
Good
it?
size. You need a ladder to get through it.
But the first property's overshadowing this one.
It's hard not to compare everything to that house because it was so
Well, it all
perfect,
depends. It
but-
all depends on the price of this property. I think what.
Yeah, I mean, if this is significantly less, then that's why.
Yeah.
But if it's not that much less, then
We'd push ourselves so we could afford.
Definitely to get the other one.
Yeah.
Adam's keeping his feet on the ground, but Ruth's heart is set on property 1.
I don't see myself living here, but it's not a thumbs down by any means.
This is exactly what we need and would be perfect for our lives and families, but it just doesn't have those special things. It's still 100 times better than than what we'd be able to afford in England.
I think it's good, more ideal for us.
From the
For the
outside,
first house anyway,
yeah.
definitely.
The Foxes can't afford the first house without a serious reassessment of their finances, and even the second would be a stretch if Ruth couldn't find regular work. If they don't see a better life for themselves here, the whole move will be in jeopardy. Property 3's in Yorkeys Knob, 20 minutes from the city centre. Unfortunately, it's on the flight path of Cairns Airport. The Foxes meet Sue Hooker to take a look around.
Feel free to walk through, and any comments you've got about the property, I'd really love to hear.
Right. Thank you.
The house is within their budget at $350,000 or around £150,000. This would leave them with money left over to renovate. It's got 3 bedrooms, a well-established garden with lots of native trees and a pebble-lined swimming pool. Built 20 years ago, it could do with updating, including overhauling the electrics. Well, Adam's the man for that job, but will the house motivate him to put in the work?
There's quite a big area. It's all open plan again. I think you'll have to spend some money working on it.
Is this the
With a bedroom, with an ensuite. I think you'd have to rip this out and start again. That bathroom is
Foul.
pretty awful.
$350,000.
I just don't think it's worth it.
I don't think so either.
Oh.
Oh, come on, guys, use your imagination. It just needs some TLC, but you could afford to make it your own.
It is.
Really good size.
I do like the kitchen layout, not the kitchen itself.
A sparkling new kitchen would set them back from $10,000 to $15,000 or £5,000 upwards. And then there's the bathroom.
Oh my word.
I don't think anything can get worse than that other bathroom.
I think this is a downgrade from our house.
Yes, this is a downgrade.
And I won't move to Australia for this.
Not for this house.
No.
The garden, pool and tool shed are the last chance for this place to impress.
It's got a pool.
I like the shape, and I like the pebble dashing
I like the steps
on it. That's nice. And there's a granny annex for Mum and Dad. I think they'd be really happy with that.
It's bigger than the house I've got now.
A little bit.
The property might not meet their standards, but they can easily afford it. Surely that'll count in the final assessment.
So what do you think of the house?
Hate it.
Yeah, me too. I'm not moving away from England for this house.
I want something modern. I don't want to have to do a house up.
It would be a nice house. It's a nice area.
You'd have to spend $100,000 doing it up.
But I think it's worth spending a little bit more money.
Yeah. I think we need to stretch ourselves.
Getting somewhere for the family for the future.
Definitely.
So we'll have to see a mortgage advisor and see how much we can borrow.
It's a good idea to visit a mortgage advisor to see what they could afford, but they simply aren't going to fall for the charms of Property 3.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Thumbs on.
So our couple are taking a serious look at their options. They fell in love with Property 1, but it's way beyond their budget. Property 2 was a step down, but still ticked all the boxes. And Property 3, well, let's just say it failed to impress. They still have questions about what they could afford, but which way will they vote?
So we're voting now to decide whether we prefer English houses or Australian houses.
It's a tough one.
What are we going to go for?
I'm going to go for Australian.
Snap!
Definitely.
Australian.
So the Foxes have found a house they've fallen in love with, but with Ruth unsure whether she'll find work and Adam worried about his salary. Can they afford their dream? Each year, thousands of British families face the same issues getting finance to buy homes. If you're moving to Oz, you'll want to upgrade your house and probably get a pool, but it's never that easy. We found out more from Cairns mortgage advisor Scott Burness.
Australia, the mortgage industry is quite developed, so there's plenty of products for foreigners to choose from.
If you're not applying for residency, buying a house in Australia is possible but not easy.
If you're an investor in this country and you're buying an investment property, you can only purchase a new property and 99% of the lenders are going to be asking for a 20% deposit.
If you have a skilled migrant or sponsored visa and permanent residency, then the situation changes dramatically.
If you're a resident in this country, to obtain finances, I would say it's incredibly easy. You're looking at 3 to 6 months, a maximum of 12 months of full-time employment, and then you could apply and obtain up to 100% finance for the home.
You've got the job and residency, but what can you afford?
We've had a property boom, and to live in this tropical paradise at the moment, it's realistically going to cost you for a 3 to 4 bedroom house between $350,000 and $450,000, which of course is going to increase that repayment to around $2,500 per month.
Hold on! For those without a calculator, let's translate that into pounds. If you want to buy a property for £145,000 to £190,000, you'll face repayments of £1,000 a month. If you have residency and a job, you can take out a larger mortgage and your main concern becomes, can you still afford the pool? Ruth and Adam would be stretching their finances to afford the move, and with kids planned, it's vital they have enough left over for day-to-day living. They've come to Rusty's Market to find out if their weekly budget of $55 is enough.
We've got $55 to spend, so let's go and see what we can get.
Let's go and get some weird and wonderful stuff.
Yep.
What are these?
What do they taste like? What do they taste like?
A bit like potatoes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is this competition to get the most oddly shaped vegetable in town?
I think so. The size of that, 60p. They're about that sort of price in England, but they're not normally that size. That's really good.
Can we get an avocado?
Yeah, let's get an avocado.
Thank you. $120, 50p.
50p? It's really good.
And how much is it as a normally?
About £1. We have this in England, but it's supposed to be a real Aussie thing. 35p. For at least £1 in England.
The prices and size are looking good, but not everything's so light on the wallet.
Well, look at that, iceberg lettuce, $4. That's like £1.670. That's really expensive. So not everything's as cheap.
One thing that's much cheaper and as fresh as it can be is the seafood. Ruth might be a marine biologist, but she doesn't mind eating her subject matter.
Look at them, they're massive.
Yeah, I'm like, stop drooling. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, that looks lovely and fresh. Should we get some rocket to go with the spinach?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care.
They've got just enough left for a nice pint, but did they manage to buy enough food?
How much stuff we got? That's enough to feed us for a week. Of fresh food.
The thing is, it might not be miles cheaper than England, but it just looks a lot fresher,
It
looks a lot
so
nicer.
much nicer, doesn't it?
So, pound for pound, does cost and quality in Oz win out? Time to vote.
Are we in agreement?
I think so.
Okay, so we pick
Australia.
Australia.
But I'm still going to miss the English pub.
Still going to miss the English pub.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Cheers to us.
Cheers to us.
Ruth and Adam are determined to find a better life in Australia, but not at any cost.
There's nothing wrong with our lives in England, so if it wasn't any better here, then there's no point.
They found their dream home down under, but doubts remain.
I just can't see myself affording a place like this.
And to afford it, they need to find the right jobs. For Adam, starting at a new company is a daunting prospect.
To be honest, I'm quite nervous about it. I've worked for the same company all my life since the start of my apprenticeship, so see what happens.
While Ruth needs to know if Cairns is the right place to find her dream job as a marine biologist.
You can break into it. It takes a lot of hard work and it takes some time, and it can be very disappointing.
And the emotion of leaving family behind could be too much to bear.
My dad's health isn't that good. My biggest worry is something happening to him and how quickly I can get back to him.
Will the Foxes decide to move to Oz or stay put in the UK? Ruth and Adam love the Cairns lifestyle and they found their dream home. Now the crucial question is, can they afford it? Adam needs to find the right job with the right wage, whilst Ruth needs to find out whether she can follow her dream of working as a marine biologist. With the Great Barrier Reef on the doorstep, Ruth's convinced Cairns is one of the best places in the world for her to use her marine biology degree. While she heads off to do more research, Adam's skills as an electrician are high on the shortage list, so he should have no trouble finding work here. But he's still feeling the pressure.
To be honest, I'm quite nervous about it. I've worked for the same company, similar firm, for all my life since the start of my apprenticeship. So, see what happens.
In the UK, Adam earns £27,000 as an electrician. He's tired of working away from home, but he's worried the wages in Australia might not be enough to support them. Today, he's trying out a job with Dave Fry, who already has some Poms working for him.
How are you?
Hi, is this Dave?
Yeah.
Adam,
How
nice
you
to
going?
meet you.
Yeah, good on you.
How's it going?
Good. We've got a singlet for you. And a shirt.
Excellent.
We'll go out to the job site.
Yeah,
the boys are out there waiting for you.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
A friendly reception and a quick costume change later, and they head off to do some work. Down at the harbour, Ruth faces her moment of truth. Will Cairns provide her with the job of her dreams? We've set up a meeting with reef and eco-tourism expert Robin Aiello to get some answers.
Well, you really have your four choices as a marine biologist. You've got scientific research, but Cairns isn't the place for that really. Most of that's all the Australian Institute of Marine Science, the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority, the aquarium. Then you can go into sort of the research side of things at the academic level, professor sort of style, and once again, the main research is in Townsville.
That's really bad news. Townsville's 5 hours away, so commuting's out of the question. What other options does she have?
Then you can go into something like what I've done, your own consulting. So the best option is working on the boats as a marine biologist on the boats. which involves a lot of snorkel tour guiding, doing the interpretive briefs, educational talks to the passengers.
But would the work be regular enough?
More or less, you're looking at a casual position because it's so seasonal, the numbers of tourists fluctuate.
So it's unlikely to get a permanent position on the boat straight off.
You know, a lot of people do come, marine biologists, they're out of uni, they have their degree and they're expecting there to be a lot of work out there. I mean, you can break into it takes a lot of hard work and it takes some time.
Sure.
But, you know, if you persevere, there might be a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's a massive blow. The best she can hope for are short-term seasonal contracts. Without job security, affording their dream home is impossible. Ruth has some serious questions to ask herself if they're to make the move.
Disappointing to what I was expecting. Basically, the large majority of the research goes on in Townsville. I know there's James Cook campus here, which they teach marine biology at here, so by that I assumed that they would also do research up here, but it seems that they only teach it up here. I don't know whether that would provide me with any positions there or not. I'm not a teacher, so probably not. It did seem like there was still plenty of work on the boat, but she did say that there wouldn't be unlikely that I'd immediately get a contract position, which is hard because if I don't have a contract, then that will obviously reduce our mortgage abilities, because that might just be based on Adam's salary then, so that would drastically reduce what we could get. So it's not great news.
Now even more rests on Adam finding a company he'd feel happy working for, and a good wage too. He grabs the opportunity to pick the brains of Richard, an expat who's been working with Dave for 4 years.
What's the pay like?
Yeah, you're probably looking at $60,000-$70,000. But for that, I mean, you can have a real good standard of living for that.
Finally, some good news. That's about the same as Adam's earning now, but in Oz it'll go a lot further.
And what are the hours of work?
Monday to Thursday, 7 till 3. And on Friday we do 7 till 3. Normally in the pool by 3:15 having a beer.
Oh, that's a lie. I could get used to this.
The hours are good, but would Adam work here?
I was nervous to begin with, but once seeing Dave, how relaxed he is and how much he enjoys doing what he does and being on site with the guys who've come from England, it was like being in a family, and I think I could settle in there straight away.
Adam's relieved. He's impressed Dave, and they're lucky to get their shirt back. Time to vote on work.
Australia, 100%. The only disappointing thing is I'm going to have to wait to come out here.
Ruth and Adam have had very different experiences and need to reassess.
Okay? Yeah. How did it go today then?
Okay, how did you get on? Yes.
Honestly?
Yes.
I'm pleased.
Beaming here from here.
I am. It's just unfortunate that I can't start
now.
So what was your day like?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes. Met a really nice lady. She thinks it's unlikely I'll get a contract on the boats, and that all the research is done in Townsville.
Right. So that's not the best news.
That's the short version.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Their dreams of a new life are hanging in the balance. They've fallen in love with the homes and lifestyle, but is that enough? It's crunch time for Ruth and Adam. Worried by what they've learned about employment in Cairns, they need to work out exactly what they could afford. They fantasised about living in a $500,000 dream home, but with fees on top, affording it would be a stretch. Mortgage advisor Mike Langford makes the calculations.
I'd estimate you'd probably be looking at a house for around the $400,000 mark.
That's great that we can borrow that kind of money purely on Adam's salary.
Yeah. Yes.
That's really good news.
Oh, great.
That's really good news.
That is good news, yeah.
On just Adam's salary, their ideal home's out of reach, but would they make sacrifices to achieve their dream?
Let's just say that you didn't take that marine biology job. It might enhance your borrowing capacity more, if you're in a full-time admin job.
Can we have a look at that option then?
Sure. That your borrowing capacity then goes over 500,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much goes up that much?
Yep.
Okay, right, give me the admin job brochure.
With their perfect house suddenly within reach, Ruth's quick to abandon her other ambition.
We're short of $26,000, which is about £12,000.
£12,000.
So we're that much short, basically £12,000 short of our dream home.
That's amazing. I thought it would be a long way off that, to be honest.
After Ruth's work disappointment, this could be the turning point.
I'm really happy.
Yeah?
And we could almost do it on just your salary.
Yeah, we could.
We? That's
But it makes so much difference for you to get a rubbish paid job.
Yeah. And in those 6 months where we have to work,
Yeah.
save.
Definitely. So I have to go back to England and save some more for the deposit.
Yeah.
Ruth and Adam are ecstatic, but decision time is nearing. Their new life down under is suddenly closer to becoming a reality. But can they leave their friends and family behind? We put together some messages to remind them of the people back home.
You ready then?
Yeah, let's see what our friends and family have got to say for themselves.
First, Adam's mum.
Hi Adam and Ruth. Hope you're both alright and having a wonderful time in Australia.
Adam and Ruth, I really wish you the best. Adam, as you well know, I expect you to look after Ruth and love her to bits. I know you will. If you don't, you know what the answer's going to be.
Wall bricks.
He does too. 2 wall bricks, actually.
See, I told you.
Things that really I miss most about Adam is going out generally to the pub and just having a laugh. Obviously it's not so much now he's married because Ruth keeps him under the thumb.
Oh, you gay.
As a son, I can't fault him. As a best friend, again, I can't fault him.
I see in them something very special that you don't often see in other people's relationships. What more could you want for your child?
And I think it's a big adventure they're going on, and you know, I'd like to join them myself. But you know, we've had our life; it's their life now. It's the serious crises you get in your life. And I think that's when they will feel very remote, and so will we.
Yes. I suppose in a way, I haven't thought about it too much because I don't want to really. It's quite painful.
The thought that she isn't perhaps going to come back again is going to be very hard, and I'm one of these people that pushes it to the back of my mind until it actually has to happen.
I'm going to miss you when you go, Adam. Oh, the boy. But it's a great adventure you're both going on, and enjoy yourselves and live life to the full and love each other as you already are.
We all hope that you're all both doing really well and having a great time. I love you dearly.
I just wish you all the best, darling, and I don't know what else to say really. I shall miss you terribly, but I know that it'll be good for you both. Love you, darling.
That was nice seeing that. Wasn't it? You're crying again.
I knew I'd cry on my mum.
I didn't think I'd feel like that, to be honest. Like I miss him already. But seeing him...
It's weird. It was weird seeing them.
Even though I'm gonna be back soon.
I knew seeing my mum would be the hardest. The thought of leaving her because I didn't like her to be upset because her family is her life.
It'd be hard leaving him on.
My biggest worry is something going wrong at home because my dad's health isn't that good. My biggest worry is something happening to him and how quickly I can get back to him. We're always going to have to make sure we have that supply, that stash of cash for if we need to get home in a hurry.
I'll look after you.
Will you look after me?
Yeah.
despite enjoying their taste of Australian life, feelings about their friends and family are still running high. So which way will Ruth and Adam vote? It's time for them to make up their minds. Ruth and Adam have come a long way together since they met travelling in Australia 3 years ago. If they didn't see an improvement in their standard of living, they were prepared to consider the move. They fell in love with the luxury Aussie homes.
This is an amazing upgrade.
Yeah, totally. This is dream house territory.
Adam discovered that his skills as an electrician are much in demand and was happily surprised by the wages and shorter hours.
On Friday we do 7 till 1. Normally in the pool by 3:15 having a beer.
Oh, that's a lie.
Ruth came hoping to find a job as a marine biologist, but she was heartbroken to find it's much tougher than she'd imagined.
It would be unlikely that I'd get a contract position. So, it's not great for me.
Life in Australia promises so much for them as they plan for children, but they'd be leaving behind the support of their loved ones.
And you seeing my mum would be the hardest.
It's going to be hard, leaving them all.
Is Ruth really prepared to trade one dream for another to make the move? They're voting for their future, but on which side of the globe will it be?
Australia. That's really cold. I thought you were supposed to do it as well. Thanks.
So, after making a splash in Cairns, Ruth and Adam are very positive, but they still have some important questions to answer. So you certainly love Australia, there's no doubt about that, but how are you feeling now you're back here?
I feel a lot more positive now. Last time when I was in Australia, I had a job within 24 hours of being in Cairns. It's my dream to work as a marine biologist, and I'm a very determined person, so I don't doubt for a minute that I will get that.
God, neither do I. Do you, Adam? I don't doubt it, do you?
I'm scared. I think I'm going to be a marine biology as well.
And what about you, Adam, with the work?
I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved that job.
Yeah. How was it being out there and contemplating being so far away from your family and friends?
So the thought of actually having to come back to England, because obviously my dad has health problems, or if something tragic happens, that's a long
It's very frightening. Well, I don't think I'm going to have any surprises here, but I'm going to get you to do it anyway. Your final vote, please.
You never know.
Come on.
One last time.
Australia. And surprise, surprise, you've chosen Australia. Well, listen, guys, the best of luck. Were you surprised as well? The Fox family have chosen to emigrate to Australia, and we do wish them all the luck in the world. Join us tomorrow when we'll be finding out how another British family do when they're wanted down under.
A property with a flying freehold.